Evans tries an O level. In computer science also O level is there, O level A, B, C, but that is in computer science. But here we are talking about O level, and that is related to German language. Different levels are there. One has to clear to get the proficiency in that course, be it computer science or any language. So, here we are talking about Evans, the main protagonist, main character of this story, and this chapter is full of mystery, and it discloses in the end what actually happened. Now, let me tell you about the main characters of this story. Evans, he has got a title, Evans the jailbreak, or maybe Evans the jailbird. Already thrice he has run away from the jail. So, his name is he is known as Evans the jailbreak, written by Colin Dexter. So, shall we proceed? Ready? Evans, a kleptomaniac. What is kleptomaniac? Kleptomania is a disease. So, people suffering from this disease are known as kleptomaniac, and kleptomania is a kind of disease in which a person inadvertently, indeliberately, without any intention is forced to make stealings. He doesn't want to, actually he doesn't want to make any kind of a stealing, but he gets forced and he has to steal. This is a psychological disorder. So, this is a mania, right. So, Evans is a kleptomaniac, was imprisoned thrice. 3 times he had been imprisoned, and all the time, as I told you, 3 times he has already run away scot free without getting any kind of harm from the prison. Now, he was in the prison for the 4th time, and all of a sudden developed curiosity to appear in O level, and all of a sudden one day he put his wish to the main governor of the jail, that he wanted to learn German language, and for this he wanted a tutor to be appointed. So, accordingly classes were conducted, and every measures had been taken, and the day came when he was supposed to undergo the examination of this O level, right, because he had been getting tuition for German language O level. So, the governor takes utmost care to see that he would not be fooled. The governor of this jail, okay. So, he is taking full care that this time this Evans should not be able to run away from his jail, otherwise it would be really a disgrace for him. Every care was taken to make Evans prepare for the exam, and he was tutored by a German tutor for 6 months. I told you 6 months classes from the tutor, private tutor he got. The day before the exam, the tutor wishes good luck, but makes it clear that he had hardly any chance of getting through, means to pass. Means he showed his doubt that he was not of the opinion that Evans would be able to clear this exam, but actually there was a different exam. This is just a fake exam, fake, not in real. Actually, Evans was taking advantage of this exam, taking advantage of being examining, right. So, but Evans gives an ironical twist to the tutor's observation by saying, I may surprise everybody. This is an ambiguous statement, students. I may surprise anybody. One meaning in public is he would be surely getting through with flying colors. Very good success he would get, and with this success he would be surprising each and everyone who were thinking something else. And second is for himself, he just wanted to give a message, just see what kind of surprise I am just going to give you. I would be successfully running away, I would be fleeing, just see. On the day of the exam, Jackson and Stephens, 2 in charges were there, visited prison officers, you may call them, Evans' cell. They visited Evans' cell and took away each and everything that may help or injure himself. Evans was insisted to take away the hat, but he refused, saying that it was a lucky charm. Actually, that hat was quite ugly and dirty, so he was advised to remove that hat. But he said that, sir, please do not. Please allow me to keep this hat on my head, because this is just a lucky charm for me, and whenever I am on any mission wearing this hat, I am always successful. I have always been successful wearing this hat on every mission of mine. So please, sir, inwardly he might have been talking to himself, sir, this is the very most important mission for my life, so please let it be on my head as it is. Ivan's cell was bugged so that the governor could himself listen to each and every conversation in the cell, just like CCTV cameras. So actually he was being observed, and each and every activity or movement he made, that was caught, and whatever the word he had to utter, that was also quietly learnt, listened and got. The invigilator, reverend, means most respectable in Christians. For church-like people, missionary people, they get this title out of the utmost respect. As McCleary too was searched and left him to complete the task, Stephen, one of the prison officers, Stephen, sitting outside the cell, every now and then peeped into the cell, but every time whenever he used to peep inside, he found only one position, and that was Evans was thinking something, putting his pen like this in the same position, he kept sitting. So this Stephen also got bored up with the same position. He thought that Evans was not getting any answer to the question. Evans was not feeling comfortable. That's why he remained in the same posture. The exam went on smoothly. Stephen escorted the invigilator to the main gate. Stephen, the prison officer, right? He just escorted, means took him safely with respect, regards, to the main gate, means to see him off, took a look into Ivan's cell. But all of a sudden, when he was on his way to the coffee shop, he just thought it better to have a closer look at Ivan's cell, that everything was well and the door had been locked back properly. So he went over there, and to his utter amazement, he was aghast. He was surprised and shocked. What he found? Look, he had a look into the Evans cell and found the invigilator actually Evans. Actually, that was Evans himself in the guise of invigilator. So all jail officials took this Evans for invigilator, and they thought that invigilator had been injured, had been wounded, badly wounded, and Evans had actually run away in the form of invigilator. So they all got confused, that they thought that Stephen might have seen of the invigilator, might have seen of Evans. So they thought that invigilator is inside and Evans had run away in the guise of McCleary. Okay, wounded informed the governor. The letter means the governor was to be invigilator was to be hospitalized, but informed that he was all right, and asked them to follow Evans. Thus he escaped the prison. He said that, don't worry about me, I myself will manage to go to the hospital, I will take care of myself, but it is more important for you to get to Evans. I know the place where he had gone away. Actually, he was in the guise of McCleary, and these people were under the impression, and in this way they left him then and there, and just were on their way where they were told Evans might have been. When the invigilator was not found in the hospital, they went to the residence of Reverend S. McCleary, only to find him bound and gagged. Means actually that was also this invigilator is also not real. This is also fake. Actually, the real invigilator who had to come as an invigilator to the jail, he was actually made hostage. He was detained, and he was captivated. Okay, so another person in the guise of invigilator came over there. Then only they could come to know that he was not the real invigilator guest in his study in Broad Street. He has been there since 8:15 a.m. You know, the paper started at 9:25 a.m. and at 8:15 when the real invigilator was about to go to the prison, actually some people, some person who were involved in the plot just caught him, made him hostage, and since then he was there only. Now everything was clear to the governor, who the real Ivan, who the real invigilator, who the fake invigilator. Ivan escaped the prison for the fourth time, but by taking the hint from the question paper, the governor reached the hotel where Ivan was captured him. Actually, students, in the meantime, when the examination was going on, a correction slip from the board office came over there on the ground that there were some corrections in the question paper, and actually they were not corrections, they were just hints in the code language. Maybe they were codified. Okay, so they had to be decoded, and the governor decoded them, and accordingly the governor went over there. And one of the code was regarding the name of the hotel where Evans was, and captured him, and came to know how he planned his escape, and said his game was over. They were, means the detective and the inspector, the superintendent of police, this governor, they all were feeling proud. They all were feeling overjoyed of catching Evans once again, and they thought that Evans could not be successful in his attempt of running away scot-free. Evans surrenders himself to the governor, and they are very happy. The governor tells Evans that they would meet soon. The moment they are rid of the governor, the so-called prison officer, a friend of Evans, actually there was an ambulance, there was a police van also, so they thought that police van was there. So this governor, superintendent of police, the inspector, put him in the police van, so that police van might take him to the jail again. But actually that van was also fake, and people in the guise of policemen were Evans' friends. So they took him away, and in this way once again Evans was successful in running away from there. Friend of Evans unlocks the handcuffs and asks the driver to move fast, and Evans tells him to turn to Newbury, where his final destination was. And in this way once again he became a successful jailbreak, fourth time. So students, these are very important things. When the paper started, when the paper was scheduled to start, and actually when it started, and who the real person was inside the jail, who was really wounded and who had really run away, and who was the real invigilator, and how could he not come. These are some questions, very important questions, and you should keep them in your mind, and in this way only you may be asked questions in the question paper. And one more question that is very important, that explain how Evans was successful in running away from the jail the fourth time. So I hope you might have got this chapter also. Thank you students, take care and do your best. All the best for your exams.